Hey. Hope everybody's doing great. It's Sunday and I'm super excited, having an amazing day, and I hope you guys are too. So I wanted to come on, and I'll be back on later tonight, definitely. Hey, TC Cooper. Hey, Lainey B, the stylist. Hey, Jasmine. Hey, Arnetta. Hey, Yield, Diz Armin. Hey, Tamira. Hey, Reverend Joyce. You guys are running in here. The Bixby Bunch, Nutrition Teaches. PJ, DJ. Hey. And I ain't gonna call no names, y'all. I ain't gonna call no names, but I just showed one of my former clients how she's leaving $216,000 a year on the table. One of the reasons she's leaving $216,000 a year on the table is that she doesn't have a coach. And she's not a former client because she wasn't happy with me. She's not a former client because we not cool. I actually love her, and she loves me. But she couldn't afford coaching because she's not requiring that people pay her. Y'all are going to catch this circle in a minute. That if you don't require that people pay you, at some point you're going to have to sacrifice your personal development because you're running through the world helping everyone but yourself. Tamira said it right. She can't afford not to have you. But when we looking at numbers, sometimes you're struggling because you're not charging your worth. I'm going to leave that there and let you pick it up in a minute. So if you haven't shared the video, share the video. But I'm going to go through all of the lessons learned. Now, later in the month, I'm going to be putting all of this on paper in a special mastermind that I'm going to be doing for my PhD clients. And I'm going to send out some special invitations for people to attend. And I'm actually going to do it live here in Houston. But that's neither here nor there. My question to you all, and if you haven't shared the video, share the video, is how much would you invest each week to learn lessons? Hey, Van, like how much you're leaving on the table. I'm gonna repeat that. How much would you invest to learn lessons as critical? Because see, you don't know what you don't know. Let's just start there. There's about 3 bodies of information, right? You know what you know. Sometimes you know what you don't know. But that body of information is tripping you up. And thank you for the super hard, Reverend Joyce, is that you don't know what you don't know. So you stay suspended in this place between you want to move to the next level, but you don't know how. You want to make more money, but you don't know how. You want to get more clients, but you don't know how. So the question is, and I'm going to give you these 8 tips, but I want you to think about this question, is how much would you invest? Because keep in mind, it's a business expense. It's tax deductible. You got other races of people and other genders of people building businesses on the backs of the government every day because it's tax deductible. So you're not even spending it. You're going to get it back. You're going to get it back. So let's you're not spending it. Hey, Shelly Rice, you're going to get it back. But how much would you invest in order to have access to that level of knowledge? So let me keep going. Number one, you need a coach. That is how it works, buddy. Bye. I keep tax agents on my team, so I'm not making anything up. It's about exactly what it says. I'm blocking everybody that asks me anything out of the way. Hey, Keitra, I'm on liberal block mode today, so y'all catch that. So number one, you need somebody to close the gap between what you know and what you don't know. And if it's not me, that's cool. But if you're not investing in coaching and you call yourself running a business, you're going to run your business into the ground. That is why 75% of all businesses fail within the first 5 years. If you need instruction on how to drive a car, some of you even need instruction on how to bake a cake. Why wouldn't you get instruction on how to build a business? The Bixie Bunch did that after trying for 13 years. How long is it going to take you to sink into your head that you need help to build a business? That's number one. Because again, you don't know what you don't know. Number two, and I'm gonna go back. 1A, you can't afford not to have a coach. You can't afford not to have a coach. Look, Tamir said, I'm scared not to have the right business coach. You can't afford not to have a coach because not having a coach is going to keep you where you've been all these years. If you could have saved yourself by now, you would have done it. Does everybody agree? If you agree, say me. If you could have changed your financial situation, if you could have made more money, if you could have left your job, if you could have been enjoying the freedom to do whatever it is that you want to do, if you could have did all of that by yourself, and Kelly, you're seeing her everywhere. Lately, you're seeing Felita everywhere because Felita has a coach. If you could have enjoyed the freedom that you want, make the money that you want, at some point you got to say, I've got to get help to do it because I'm tired of being in this situation. So that's 1A. That's 1A. Number 2, you don't know your worth sometimes, and you need someone to show it to you. Tamira said, as soon as I started working with my coach, my financial situation changed immediately. You don't know your worth sometimes. And let me tell you why you don't. You're listening to what the world is telling you you're worth. You're listening to outside sources. And if you haven't shared the video, please share the video. You're listening to what other people in your same situation are telling you that you're worth, instead of hiring a qualified professional to say, this is what the world says you're worth. This ain't nothing about I like you, I don't like you. I'm going to look at what you're doing, and I'm going to say, this is what you do is worth in the world. Period. It is not about who likes what or who likes who. It is simply a business measurement of how much you are worth. That's it. That's it. That's it. It ain't personal. It's not emotional. Some of you are leaving a lot of money on the table because of your history, and you need someone to readjust your worth meter. See, guys, let me tell you why this is a code black. And if I say anything you like today, please quote me on social media with the hashtag code black, CODEBLAQ. This is a code black because there's an economic report going around right now that says in the next 36 years, the average median of Black and Latino families will be 0. So this is a code black. This is a code black, BLAQ, that, that if we don't do something differently, that number is going to come to pass. Now, I don't know about you, but I refuse to leave my children in a situation where poverty is the prediction for their generation. I refuse to let that happen. Don't know about you. And if you can't fix it for yourself, the legacy you leave them will be a broke legacy. If you don't learn how to monetize your gifts and your talents, the legacy that you leave for your children will be just that. So I'm going to ask you another question. Earlier, I asked you, how much is it worth to you? How much would you invest to learn how to generate $216,000 a year? To learn how much money you're leaving on the table a year. Now, how much money would you invest to make sure you're not leaving your children a broke legacy? See, we got to put some dollars and cents on this thing because some of you have been watching me. And you know what somebody told me on the phone the other day? They said, I've been watching you and I've been watching your clients make money. They said, I've been watching you and watching your clients grow your brand. And my question to them was, how much longer are you going to watch? How much longer are you going to watch our lives being changed? And that's one thing Tamira says that all the time. Her formula works for all types of businesses. It is a blueprint that if you work the blueprint, it works. How long are you going to watch everybody else's life being changed? Y'all, this is not a television show. This is your life. Again, if you haven't shared the video, share the video. This is not a television show. This is your life. When are you going to do something about it? Because the life that you live now is the life that you leave to your children. And I do have open enrollment coming for another class, Gifted Girl. Come on now. Tamir says she watched one scope and signed up immediately. So number 3, while you running around blessing everybody with your skills, realize that people pay for what's important to them. Look at your neighbor and type in people pay. People pay for what's important to them. So you may be running around saying, oh, well, I can't get any clients because people say they don't have any money. I can't get any clients because look at your neighbor and say people pay. Somebody told me earlier, well, you know, my clients are single mothers. So you telling me single mothers don't have any money? You better check their weave stash. You better check the bottom of their shoes. If they red, they lying to kick it. People will find the money. You better check the Jordan line. Do you know how many single mothers I know will go out of their way to make sure that their children have as many pair of Jordans as the rich children? Hello? Do not count single mothers out. Don't do it. Just because you're a single mother doesn't mean you don't have money to invest in your life. People pay for what's important to them. I know single mothers that go get their hair done every single week. Every single week. And I told them yesterday, I said one of my classes, there's levels. There's a $77 level and a $99 level. And when I made the $77 level, I said, this is for people who really want it, because I know that $77 is the equivalent of 5 days of lunch at $15 each. I know people who are eating out every single day and won't invest to change their lives. And it's some of you. Just say ouch silently to yourself. And no, enough money. I'm not talking equality, because if you can help, if this helps you, it helps you. But my mission, and it doesn't keep men from being in my class, but my mission, I'm talking about my client. Her target is single mothers. So that's why I'm talking single mothers. See, it's my broadcast. I can talk about whatever I want to talk about. But for the purposes of this example, her target was single mothers. So my challenge to her was saying, so you're saying that single mothers can't afford you. And so I had to reshift her thinking, because there are single mothers at all socioeconomic demographics in the stratosphere. I was a single mother and was a vice president at Chase making 6 figures. So guess what? It didn't keep me. That 6 figures didn't keep me from being a single mother. So again, which is one of my tips today, is stop stereotyping your target. You may say, my target is domestic violence, so I don't want to charge. You mean to tell me just because a woman has been a victim of domestic violence, they don't have revenue? That's not true. That's not true. There are women at all socioeconomic levels that have been victims of domestic violence. Stop stereotyping your target. You say, I want to help people that come from an abused home and they don't have much money. That's a lie. There are celebrities that come from abused households and have plenty of money. That is just an excuse for you not to have to get out there and ask people for money because you're uncomfortable doing it. But let me tell you something. Walmart is not uncomfortable doing it. But you say, well, Walmart is a brand. No, Walmart used to be a man. You say, but Hilton is a brand. No, Hilton used to be a man. Anything you look at some point, they used to be just men. And so, living purposefully, if your problem is asking and you don't get some help with the asking, your ask will continue to be broken. I don't know what is wrong that people will not invest to fix the things that are wrong, that you know are wrong. If you know you've got a problem, which brings me to another tip. It's a whole lot of ways. It's a whole lot of ways to get money without directly asking for money. It's a whole lot of ways to get money without directly asking for money. It's a whole lot of ways. But all you know is one. All you know is one. And so, because all you know is one, or you don't know any, you sit there with nothing. At what point are you going to close the gap between what you know and what you don't know? Ooh, these trolls are just ridiculous. So I started this with saying, I helped a former client today realize where she's leaving $216,000 a year on the table. And my first question to you was, how much would you invest in order to learn lessons like that? And I told you, she's not a former client because we fell out. She's a former client because she's not charging people her worth. And because she's not charging people her worth, she can't invest in herself. And that is the saddest situation ever. You working to change lives and you can't even change your own. Somebody say, ouch. You are working out there day and night to change lives and you can't even generate the revenue to change your own life. You working to free people from different ailments in their life. You working to make people have a better life. You working to help people rebound and bounce back. You helping people to resurge. And guess what? And all that help that you're giving, you can't even help yourself free yourself from a full-time job. You can't even free yourself from them zeros in your bank account. Because let me tell you, at 77, I'm going to ask y'all a hard question. If I say my coaching program is $77 a week or $99 a week, if I say my coaching program is $77 a week or $99 a week for the high-end program for 16 weeks, you're in a sad state of affairs if you can't find at least one person to give you $77 a week for what you do or $99 a week for what you do. You're in a sad state of affairs if you can't find 3 people to give you $25 a week. That's $75 for what you do. See, this is a no excuse environment. You either want this next level or you don't. And that's the truth of the matter. You either want this next level or you don't. Tamir says she took out her hair extensions and took off her nails and she had the money for class. You have to remember that nobody owes you anything. Everything that it took for me to get here was a sacrifice. But again, you want to be a millionaire, or you want to make $250,000 a year. But at the end of the day, you don't want to make the investment to get the knowledge. And if you haven't shared this video, share the video to close the gap between what you don't know and what you need to know to make the money. But again, people will pay for what's important to them. Which number 4 is so many ways to get people to give you money. And if you don't know, that's a major problem. Here's another thing that we do. And this is a big mistake. Somebody say number 5 and I'll give it to you. Somebody say number 5 and I'll give it to you. Let me see some 5s on the screen. Baby, I'm blocking these trolls so much, I feel a muscle growing in my arm. Hello? Baby, I'm blocking these trolls so fast, I feel a muscle growing in my arm. I'm not even playing with them today, y'all. I'm not even addressing them today. You come through there and say the wrong thing, you getting blocked instantly. Like oatmeal. Number 5. You want to wait. Watch this, y'all. You want to wait and charge them later. You want to start a free Facebook group and charge them later. You want to get online and start working out with them. And then when you get a big following, you want to charge them later. You want to start showing them how to cook online. And then when you get a big following, you want to charge them later. Once you have exposed someone to something for free, in their minds, they will never be able to reconcile a financial worth for that thing that you have given them for free. I'm going to give you an example. If you open a buffet in your house and you say, come and eat with me every day for free, and you give them a habit of eating at your house for free, and every day, girl, they come eat, and then they leave, and they say, ooh, that food was delicious, and they suck their teeth, and they tell even more people, and guess what happens? The first day, you even try to charge them $2 for that plate of food. They gonna say, oh, hell no. She over there trying to charge y'all. That food horrible. Ain't nobody gonna pay her for that mess. The same food that they have ate religiously for 30 days. The next day your house gonna be empty. Hey Shelby, the very next day, they gonna say, oh hell no. She trying to charge. She got it messed up. She been giving away for free. Somebody must have talked to her. She thinks she better than us now. Baby. The same folks. Jasmine, it's so real. Sandrine, you know I'm telling the truth. The same folks that you have given it to, and a lot of you can see yourself in this analogy because you gifted them with your time, with your energy, with your effort. And then the minute you tried to charge them $2, $3, they went platinum. You cannot allow people to create a habit of free. How many of y'all that happened to? Say me. And again, if you haven't shared the video, don't be stingy. Come on now. How many of y'all has that happened to? Say me. Raise your hand. Come on now. Come on now. You gave it to them for free. Nessie, I can teach you how to do better, baby. You gave them a sample, so you thought. You wanted to prove to them that you was good enough to work. But I got one better than that. I got to say, tell us, coach. Somebody type in, tell us, coach. I got one better than that. Not only, somebody say, tell us, coach. Not only did they not spend money with you. Come on now, you better tell them, Marilyn. Not only did they not spend money with you, they went and spent that money with somebody else. You better tell them, the faith lady. They went and spent that money with somebody else. After they done got all the knowledge from you. After they done got all the encouragement from you. After they done got, and paid more. After they done got all the advice from you. After you done used all your energy and all your effort. They went and spent their money with somebody that ain't half as good as you. If you don't condition people, and this is what I help you do. I help you reconcile your worth and create products and services that people will pay for. I help you create a community of people who appreciate you. I help you create a community of people who, Nessie, that's a good one. Wait a minute, we got one more, y'all. We got one more. Not only did they not pay you, they turned around and started teaching other people what you taught them and getting paid. Did y'all hear me? Now, who has that happened to? Say me. Not only did they not pay you for your expert advice, they took everything you taught them and went out there like they the expert now. Boy, I'm telling y'all, it's getting kind of hectic. So I'm going to ask you, how much would you invest with me? Now, wait a minute now. Let's be clear. Since I'm teaching you now, for free, I don't want you to run around and give my money to nobody else. How much would you invest in me for free? For me to help you break those bad habits. That's a bad habit. And if you don't find a way to unlearn that behavior and relearn a new behavior, you will continue with that behavior. Come on now. Yeah, Shelby. And then they tag you in the post talking about thank you for lighting the fire. Y'all better stop. You better stop now. If you don't start charging people off the rip, look at your neighbor and say off the rip. If you don't start to charge them off the rip, it is doubtful that they will ever pay you. You got to charge off the rip. Dr. Jeffrey said he made his investment back 3 days after he started my course. If you don't charge folks off the rip, it's doubtful. For the men folks in here, Dr. Jeffrey, that want to know if I coach men, let them know. Let them know. And that's what y'all need to do. Baby, you need to let them know you're not free. You need to put up a post today that says PSA, public service announcement. According to Coach Danielle Winningham, free is not me. You must pay to play. This is a cold black message, y'all. This is a cold, and Shoshana, I say that. Maya Angelou says you teach people how to treat you. I say you teach people how to pay you. So, if no one is paying you, who taught them that? If no one is paying you, who taught them that? And I'm going to give you some help for free right now. Yesterday, I did a webinar on 2 ways you can break through this. If you go to bit.ly/coldblackweb, bit.ly/coldblackweb, CODEBLAQWEB. I did a fire webinar yesterday. And you even get a free copy of my ebook called The Little Black Book of Money. Well, how many of y'all was on that webinar yesterday? And I told you in no uncertain terms how you need to start moving your life from broke to bonus. How many of y'all was on there yesterday? Say me. So for all of y'all too lazy to go type in bit.ly /black code black CODEBLAQ web and get that replay and get that free ebook. It's going to show you some stuff about how you missing this freedom in your life. How many of you want to be free? Say me. I only want to talk to the free people right now. I only want to talk to the people who have a fire in their belly to be free. I only want to talk to the people that don't want to work jobs anymore. I only want to talk to the people who are tired of being a sharecropper. I only want to talk to the people who are tired of having less than. I only want to talk to the people who know they're capable of more. I don't want to talk to anybody else. If you still trying to figure out what your life really should look like, I don't want to talk to you. If you still don't realize the abundance that has been set before you, I don't want to talk to you. I only want to talk to the people who say that is the lifestyle that I want. And I aim to have it. And I refuse to do anything different. Can y'all put the link in for me? bit.ly /code black web. And I'm going to tell you why it's a code black. And you're going to hear me say this all month long. There was an economic study done, and it was published in Forbes magazine, that said the average median for Black and Latino families will be 0 in the next 36 years. It's a code black. It's a code black, y'all. I refuse to leave that legacy to my children, and I refuse to live in that legacy myself. And God knows best. We can prove the devil a lie, but we can't do it sitting around on our assets. It's BLAQ, Tamisha. BIT, thank you, princess, .ly /code black web. We can say the devil is a lie, but we make him the truth, because what the word says what? Faith without works. So if you're not charging your worth, you part of the problem. You running around there promoting free stuff, you part of the problem. You're not sowing a seed in your personal development. You're not spending money to build a profitable business. You're part of the problem. Faith without works is a dead thing. Tell them this. bit.ly /code black web. Some of you won't even go on there and put your email addresses in to get a free webinar and a free training and a free book, but that's on you. So I showed my client in about 2 or 3 minutes, and if you think I'm lying, she's on here. But I ain't gonna call no names. I showed my client, my former client, because see, she couldn't afford to pay me no more because she wasn't charging the world her worth. So she's my former client. But if I love you, I'll still take a 911 call from you. That's the kind of coach I am. Because there's coaches that once you ain't paying them, they're not taking no business calls from you. Hello? Hello? Y'all better, did y'all catch that? If you caught that, say me. It's coaches that once you ain't paying them no more, baby, they don't even know who you are. But I'm not that kind of coach. So I took the 911 call, and the first thing I said was, Coach told you. Coach told you that if you run through this world giving away your gifts and don't require that the world pay you, the world never will. And it's biblical. The Bible says the world will make room for your gifts. Just being honest. So the question becomes, how much would you pay? How much would you invest to pick the money up off the ground that you're leaving When will you be tired of being tired? When will you be tired of struggling? It took me 2 minutes to show her where to pick the money up from. That's it. Because if you're good at what you do, thank you, Tamara. If you're good at what you do, it don't take forever. It don't take forever for the sun to shine. It don't take forever for the moon to get full. It don't take forever for the tide to come in. If you're good at what you do, it's like a good hairstylist. A good hairstylist don't take forever. Hey, Roberta, congratulations on your house. A good hairstylist don't take forever. A good hairstylist will spin you around in that chair. You go from nappy to whipped in one spin. She spin you around and whip that cape off. Baby, you out the shop. A good nappy, just because I don't have no hair, don't mean I don't know what a good hairstylist is. Hello? So it don't take forever to recognize sunshine. It took me 2 minutes to show her how to make a change. And so the question then becomes, will you? Will you make the change? Stop stereotyping. Everyone is broke. Stop spreading the word that no one can afford your stuff. That's not true. You just don't know how to get them to pay you. So it comes down to this. This is a them or you type situation. And I understand your heart. And I know you want to help people. But who can you help if you're laying there with nothing yourself? That's an out your wow moment. Who can you help if your kid's not fed? Who can you help? And if you haven't shared the video, share the video. That's the cost of admission. Who can you help if your bill's not paid? Who can you save if you're still spending 8 hours a day at a job? Who in the world is going to save you when you're spending all your energy and effort to save everybody else? Now, I'm a proponent for sowing seed in other people. And I don't even have to come and tell the world how I've sown seeds in people over the years. But at the point where there's nobody to save me and nobody to save my children, I must look at your neighbor and say, you must save yourself. We've got an economic prediction on our legacy that is so dire that it requires immediate attention. Anytime they can look at a whole cross section of demographic and say the entire cross section of demographic will have a median wealth of 0 in 36 years, that requires that you save yourself. You must save yourself. You must save yourself. It's a code black. Because I didn't call it a code red because a code red is broke. If your business is in the red, your business is broke. This is a code black. It's time for you to do something to save yourself. That's number 7. It's them or you. It's them or you. Number 8 is you can't bless nobody if you don't bless yourself. You can't bless exactly, fighter girl. It's a difference between helping and being a doormat. So I asked my client, you mean to tell me these people that follow you, that love you so much, can't pay $9 a month for everything you offer them? $9. $9 a month. Even $9 will make a difference. You got to ask yourself, if the people around you are taking you so much for granted that they won't even sow a seed of $10 a month in what you're doing, do they really value what you're doing? At some point, you got to say to yourself, and listen to me, I get calls every day from people. Hey, coach, I want to hire you. Hey, coach, I need your help. And they end up doing this and they end up doing that. Like, watch this, y'all. It doesn't hurt me. My earnings have doubled and tripled every year since I've been in business. So you calling me, making me false promises, it don't hurt me. Now, when you go to try to hire me this time next year, and you like, your rates done double, coach? Oh, they have. Because you missed your opportunity. You missed your window. You missed your assignment. See, there's no one here listening to me that is not assigned to be in this broadcast. If you believe that, say me. I'm a business coach. There is no one that is in this broadcast on accident, by happenstance. Oh, I just stumbled upon you. It doesn't work like that. Everything and everybody that you come across is your destiny. Now, what decisions you make about your destiny, it's totally up to you. Some of you been assigned to work with me for years. You work with me for a little while, then you fall off. You feel like you got enough to go your own way. I went to business school at J.P. Morgan Chase for 16 years. That was my business school. My business school is OJT. I was a vice president at the world's biggest bank. He want to be fly talking about where you go to business school, baby. I went to business school on the job training. I'm a certified sales coach. I'm a certified performance coach. I'm a certified executive coach. I'm certified in marketing. I'm a 2-time certified time management expert, a 3-time presidential award winner for community service, and I've been in over 100 magazines internationally. If you want to Google me, you can. It's plenty of stuff about me and the awards that I won. See, that's why I don't fool with men, because they slick about the mouth. Oh, what business school you go to? Boo, if I can help your wallet do better, do it matter. You wasn't curious, all that's in my bio. But I catch slicks, folks. I done told you I'm zero tolerance today. I am. Because what you need to be worried about is why our children don't have the money they need to live the life that they deserve. What you need to worry about is why so many women are in poverty. Because women lead the ranks as it relates to the homeless. Women lead the ranks as it relates to the people that are in absolute poverty, that's living on less than $1 a day. Women do 3/4 of the world's work, but we only have 10% of the world's wealth and 1% of the world's land. See, folks be worried about the wrong thing. Know your numbers. Know your numbers. Look at what's happening. There's a quote that said, if you show me a country's women, I will show you the future of that country. Why is that economic report that was published by Forbes predicting that in 36 years, the average household of Black and Latino families will be at a 0 for median wealth? Why? Because if the women are in poverty, in 36 years, the children will be in poverty. Who are the children with? I'm not taking away the few single fathers that are out there doing what they do for their children, but the majority of the children are with the mothers, and they will walk away with the lessons that we teach them. And so if we don't know how to teach them how to get paid with their 2 hands, they will walk away without any lessons. And that is true. So why do you think that 36 years, that is the next generation? That's why this is a cold black. That's why I'm zero tolerance right now. Folks be worried about the wrong thing. Worry about saving yourself. Because I'm going to tell you what they never asked me at the bank. They never ask me what school I went to. They don't ask you that at the bank. Hey, Miss Mayshek, how you doing, baby? They don't ask you that at the bank. They don't care. You either got money or you don't. I know folks walking around with masters and PhDs and doctorates, Rhodes scholars, and ain't got $2 to rub together. Baby, one ain't got nothing to do with the other. You better check that. Delivering pizza. Baby, I know folks running around with 1,000,000 degrees. 1,000,000. College don't teach you how to make money. Can we get that for the record? If you believe that, say me. College does not teach you how to make money. College teaches you how to file reports. College teaches you how to be on time. College does teach you discipline. But you can go to 1,000,000 business schools. You can go to a Harvard School of Business. You can go to Yale and Duke School of Business. You can go to MIT's School of Business and not know a tenth of what I know. Because, baby, most of what you learn out here in these internet streets, baby, it ain't even on paper yet. And that's just the truth. Most of what you learn out here on the internet streets, it ain't even on paper yet. So y'all better quit playing with your financial future. And learn. Yeah, college teaches you how to be an employee. Oh, I almost slipped, y'all. I almost slipped. Father, forgive me. I ain't been on this journey long. He asked me where my wig was, and I almost said your mama got it and wore it to church. But I didn't say that, y'all. I didn't say that. Y'all to pat Coach on the back. Pat Coach on the back, because Coach was good today. He asked me where my wig was. I almost said I loaned it to your mama to wear to church, and she ain't brought it back yet. Where is, ask your mama, where is my wig? But I didn't do it. I didn't do it. I was pat Coach on the back. Coach proud of herself. I didn't do it. I didn't do it, Adrian. I'm proud. I'm on a mission, y'all. I'm on a mission to help free people from being broke. I am. And it's my destiny. So I'm trying to stay focused. But I wish his mama really would. I really do wish she would bring my wig back. Even if I'm not going to wear it, she shouldn't take nothing out from over here. If she ain't gonna bring it back. So I started all of this saying that I had a former client of mine that today, in about 2 or 3 minutes, and guys, somebody asked, how can you get involved? Thank you, Khadijah. There is a free ebook and a free webinar that you must read. And it's free. Did I say it was free? Okay. Go to bit.ly/codebblackweb. That's BLAQ. Somebody put the link up for me on Facebook and Periscope. bit.ly/ I told him, Angela, quit playing with me. bit.ly/codebblackweb. People act ugly. I act ugly too. I'm just trying to be good today. bit.ly/codeblack. BLAQ. Thank you, Princess Webb. Somebody put it up on Periscope. Go download this for your family. Let your children listen to it. Let your brothers and sisters listen to it. Text your girlfriends and say, hey, go to bit.ly/codebblackweb and download this free ebook called The Little Black Book of Money. 2 steps that you could take to be financially free forever. Miranda, if you go download that book, you'll get information, love. Thank you for asking. bit.ly/codebblackweb. Listen, this is a mission for me. Hey, Tanika. Hey, love. My goal is to have at least 1,000 families download and use that book this month. Can y'all help me? If you can help me, say me. My goal is to have at least 1,000 families download and start to just make that shift. Yep, Rose, if you fill out the information, you'll get the information. Thank you, Roberta. You know I love you, baby. Because Roberta's out there teaching the children. Hello? Roberta's out there teaching them children. Because we've got to teach them. But we can't teach them what we don't know. Girl, these folks here. You know, an amazing part of that, in all of this, that the more you try to help, the more the enemy rears his ugly head. The more you try to help. There have been so many trolls on this broad. Can I tell y'all something? Let me tell y'all a life lesson. Let me tell you a life lesson. Anytime you're on the road to doing what God really wants you to do, the road is going to get real rocky. Can I get an amen? bit.ly/code CODEBLAQWeb. Anytime you really, thank you, Valda. She said it was a great broadcast and a great ebook. It really is. Anytime you really, I've not seen this many trolls on a broadcast ever. 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 Thank you, Vanita. I am. I got a slight cold. I do. Ever. But that's not why we're here. Let's stay focused. Let's stay focused. See, because I'm going to still show up whether I feel good or not. Right? Because I'm on a mission. Let's stay focused. I want you to know that when the enemy starts breathing down your neck, you've got to start praising your Lord and Savior, because that means you're getting close. The enemy don't care about you when you're out ripping and running the streets. He don't care about you when you're out doing bad. But you're all right. But when you are at that point where you start to break the yokes of the generational curses, when you are at that point where you start to bring your family out of poverty, when you're at that point where you start to look at your job and realize you could do better, when you are at that point, when you are at that point where you're starting to change lives by the hundreds and by the thousands, the devil will attack you with everything he's got. I've not had a broadcast with this many trolls. I've not had one broadcast with this many trolls. You know why? When I read that article in Forbes that said in the next 36 years, the Black and Latino family wealth would be at a zero median, I cried. I cried. I cried because I know we not only deserve better, but I cry because I know who we serve. And I know he did not set us on this planet to be in poverty. I cried for my future, and I cried for the future of the children that we're going to leave on this planet. And I simply said, not on my watch. Not on my watch. So when the enemy sees you trying to change your life, he gonna throw every boulder, every hater. It's gonna be stuff coming out the woodworks. But don't you let that stop you. Don't you let that stop you. It's a song that I like. It says, I've had my shares of ups and downs. Anybody know this song? Times when there was no one around, God came and spoke these words to me. Praise will confuse the enemy. Y'all know that song? Y'all know that song? I've had my shares of ups and downs. I'm telling you. Times when it was no one around. God came and spoke these words to me. Praise will confuse the enemy. So I thank God for the trolls today because it was a reminder that I'm on the right path. I thank God for the haters in my life because it is a reminder that I am on the right path. I want to show you guys something that's biblical. That is biblical. He said, I will prepare a table before you in the presence of your enemy. What he said, your enemies will be your footstools. So if you don't have no enemies around, guess what you don't have? You don't have no footstools. So I welcome my enemies. I know Affluent Empire is still just annoying. It is annoying. But I welcome my enemies because they are your footstool. And just like Affluent Empire just said, they giving me more broadcast views. Hello? I'm just saying. So don't lose heart. But I wanna leave you with something today. And again, I got my free ebook and webinar for yesterday. We had over 2,000 people watch it. Don't miss out on your copy. bit.ly/codebblackweb. We had over 2,000 people yesterday. Watch this webinar. Go watch this webinar. Go download your ebook. Save your family for free. Save your family. You've got to. Because there's no one else capable. There's no one else capable. I want you to remember something. The website, again, put it up on Facebook and put it up on Periscope, is bit.ly/ thank you, Latoya, for the super hard love, /code, CODE, black, BLAQ, web. One of my favorite stories in the Bible. And this is something that I want you to remember. Is when Moses was fleeing on his way to the promised land. And he was being chased by soldiers. And he got to the Red Sea. And he saw the waters of the Red Sea. And he had the Red Sea in front of him. And he had the soldiers behind him. And he looked to the heavens and he said, God, what am I supposed to do? I got the soldiers behind me. And I got the Red Sea in front of me. And what did God ask him to do? What did God instruct him to do? Not ask. What did God instruct him to do? And these are my instructions for you today. Darius, you right on time. You right on time. You walked in on time. The Lord instructed him to use what's in your hands. There is not a person on this broadcast that does not have stuff in your hands that will save you financially. Not a one. If you know how to cook, a cake will save you. If you know how to sew, a sewing machine will save you. If you know how to watch kids, a daycare will save you. If you know how to listen to people, a life coaching business will save you. If you know how, tell them, Darius, frying chicken will save you. You have what you need in your hands. Latoya, people getting paid to cuddle other people. People getting paid to go to the movies with other people. You have what you need in your hands to save yourself. The question then becomes, will you use it? Will you use it? Will you use it? Or will you let the world talk you out of using what's in your hand? They tell you you're not good enough and you're not smart enough. Baby, millionaires are not intelligence. Intelligence is not an attribute of millionaires. I say it all the time, Affluent Empire. You live in a free society. You live in a free commerce society. And that means if you wake up today with $1 million idea, there is no one stopping you from executing that $1 million idea. And I tell y'all all the time, preaching Patricia, I tell you guys all the time. And what I tell y'all in the beginning, I said I was on the phone with my former client. I showed her how she was leaving $216,000 on the table. Now, she didn't know. She didn't know she was leaving that money on the table, right? There's what you don't know. And then what you know. What are you willing to invest to fill that gap? If you don't know how to turn that cake into $1 million business, if you don't know how to turn that idea into enough money to free you from your job, Daryl, go to bit.ly/codeblack.web and get the download, and you'll get more information. See, so how long, hey, Tisha, how long are you willing to say to yourself that I don't know what I don't know, but I'm willing to figure it out for the sake of my generation and for the sake of myself? So I leave you with that. You have everything you need to be successful in your hand. All I am is the catalyst that shows you how to use it. That's it. I'm just the teacher that shows you to use how the tools you've already got. That's it. And I told one of my clients the other day, I said, with what you have, you're digging with a spoon. If someone were to tell you you have $1 million in your backyard, but you only have this spoon to dig with, but you have an opportunity to invest and upgrade to a shovel, what would you do? This question is for everybody. Type in your response. Type in your response. Go to type in your response. If someone told you you have $1 million in your backyard, just put in your information, Yanni, and it'll be sent to you. And here's a spoon. You got to dig it up with this spoon. Unless you want to invest and get the shovel. How many of you would refuse to invest to get the shovel? And that's exactly what coaching is. You've already got $1 million worth of abundance in your life. Coaches like me, we shovels. We show you how to dig it up. We show you how to move that money, get that money out the ground fast. Because guess what? I'm a firm believer that if you keep going, eventually you will get that $1 million out the ground. Keyword, eventually. Keyword, eventually. Hey, Precious. Precious said, hey, coach, you sure do. Keyword, eventually. Who wants to wait for an eventually? Hopefully not you. Hopefully not you. Eventually, you'll get it out of the ground. But if you want to get it out faster. Sandrine said, I'm more like a tractor trailer. Well, we're going to just call it a shovel because they don't know that yet, Sandrine. Eventually or right now. Those are your choices. Latoya, I've been blocking them so fast today, I'm not even playing. And that's the thing, Rayshawn. How can you wait for eventually if you know tomorrow is not promised? But everybody has got to reconcile this with themselves. And when it's all said and done, the way you lived your life, and the legacy you left your family, not just money. Not just money. And Josephine, that's what we're talking about. You have the ability to hire a coach at any time because you've got something in your hand that you can exchange for $77.99. It doesn't matter. So go to bit.ly. It's called the Little Black Book of Money. bit.ly/code black. Oh, no, Bridget, I didn't block you, baby. Code black web. bit.ly/code CODE black BLAQ web. Oh, thank you. That's okay. You can come back and listen. China Galam, thanks for stopping by. But go get your free ebook. Share it with your friends and family. Text at least 5 people today. Ask them to go to bit.ly/code black web. Don't do this. Don't be one of these people. Don't be one of the people who don't listen to what I said. Don't be one of the people who watch me all the time and do nothing. Don't do one of the people who won't even take action to save yourself. Don't be one of them. Don't be one of them. Don't be one of them. And heaven forbid, don't be one of those people who listen to me every day and don't apply anything. And then when your situation gets dire, you inbox me and you say, I'm sorry, coach. Don't be one of those people. Don't wait until you're homeless, until you lose your job, until your business dries up. Don't wait. bit.ly/code black web. CODEBLAQ web. Be proactive and not reactive. Thank you, Jane. Remember, you've got a family to protect. The only life you can save at this point is your own. And you have enough gifts and talents to do it. You've got enough knowledge and skills to do it. Sometimes you don't know how to put it all together. People always write me notes. Thank you, coach, for changing my life. Thank you, coach, for teaching me how to make more money. The bottom line is all I am is the spark. You've already got the fuel. You've already got the accelerant. You've already got the wood and the coal. You've already got all of that. You came here with that. I just bridged that gap. I tell you how to make it out here on these internet streets. I teach you how to get people to follow you and buy your stuff. Everything else you already came with. You almost like a cake mix. Just add water. I'm just water. I'm just water. That's it. I help activate what it is that you're doing. That's it. That's all. So, guys, I love you. I'll be back later tonight. Still talking about charging your worth. Goodness gracious. I'll be back later tonight. That's okay, Bonetta. That's okay, baby. Thank you, Nina. bit.ly, code CODE black BLAQ web. It is my goal. Good for you, Oni. Good. It's my goal to at least have 1,000 families download that webinar, that video, and that book this month. I'm going to do my part. I'm going to do my part to change this prediction of black wealth being zero in the next 36 years. And you've got to do your part. You've got to get with your family and you got to save your family, okay? Love you guys. I'll see you later. Thank you, Reverend Joyce.